There are three essential elements that must be present in order to have a fulfilling and meaningful relationship with God: faith, trust, and surrender to God. Each of these components plays an important part in enabling us to cultivate a profound and enduring connection with our Creator, and together they make this connection possible. In this video, we will discuss what it means to have faith in God, trust in God, and surrender our lives to God, as well as how these things can help improve our spiritual lives. Faith is essential to developing a relationship with God in any capacity. It is the cornerstone upon which we construct our faith and submit ourselves in surrender. The assurance that God is who He claims to be and that He will carry out what He has pledged to do is the definition of faith. This confidence in the nature of God is the foundation upon which we can construct a relationship with Him that is both meaningful and long-lasting. When we say that we have faith in God, it means that we believe in His benevolence, His love, and His authority over the world. It indicates that we have faith that God is in control of our lives, despite the fact that we are unable to see what lies ahead of us. Even when they are contrary to our understanding, we have faith that God has our best interests in mind when He devises our future. Even though we are going through challenging times, we are able to keep our attention fixed on God because of our faith in Him. Faith produces trust as an inevitable byproduct of that faith. When we have faith in God, we are able to put our trust in Him to lead us through the highs and lows that life brings. When we say we trust God, we are saying that we rely on Him to meet our needs, to protect us, and to direct us in the right direction. We are confident that His ways are higher than our ways, and that His timing is impeccable because of this. In addition to this, we have faith that no matter what happens, God will never desert us or abandon us. It is not always simple to put our faith in God, especially when we are confronted with challenging or trying circumstances. It requires us to give up our own understanding and put all of our faith and reliance on God rather than on ourselves. It means that we give up control of our goals and ambitions and submit them to the will of God, having faith that He knows what is best for us. It takes humility and a willingness to follow God's lead, even when we don't understand what He's asking of us, in order to have faith in God. The culmination of our walk with God is accomplished when we hand over control to Him. When we surrender, we give up our own will and desires and instead submit ourselves to the will that God has for our lives. It implies that we give up control of our lives to God and allow Him to guide us in the path that He envisions for us to take. The act of surrender is not a one-time occurrence. Rather, it is a daily practice in which we forego our own plans and instead submit ourselves to the will of God. It is not always simple to give one's will over to God. It requires faith on our part that God knows what is best for us and that we can trust Him to guide us away from our own desires. It also means that we might have to let go of things that we have been clinging to so tightly, such as relationships, careers, or possessions that we have been attached to for a long time. To be able to surrender to God, we need to have a heart that is both open and willing, as well as a strong desire to follow Him wherever He may lead. In conclusion, having faith in God, trusting in God, and surrendering one's will and life over to God are all necessary components of a relationship that is meaningful and fulfilling. They are not always simple, but they are necessary for us to advance in our walk with God, despite the fact that they can be challenging at times. We can experience the joy and peace that comes from a deep and lasting relationship with our Creator if we have faith in the goodness and character of God, trust Him to guide us through life, and surrender our will to His. In doing so, we will be able to experience the joy and peace that comes from a relationship with our Creator.